This is my audience. My name is Callie Smith, and this is my culture speech. My speech is about the culture in Alaska. Alaska has many unique features. First is its history. It became our 49th state in 1959. Next are their events such as snowmobile racing, ice art competitions, and well festivals. There are also interesting places to visit like Barrow or the Totem Pole parks. And lastly is their food that is based upon their environment and animal life. According to iExplore, Russia settled in the 1780s, but then U.S. purchased Alaska from Russia in 1867 for $7.2 million. At the time, Sitka was the only settled community and was their capital until the gold rush. The gold rush was from the 1890s to 1910, where thousands of miners descended upon the area, making Genoa the new capital. Following World War II, U.S. statehood was achieved in 1959. Then in 1964, the Good Friday earthquake took 133 lives. Then the oil boom happened in 1968, and it resulted in a Trans-Alaska Pipeline, which is where much of their prosperity came from. But then in 1989, an oil disaster occurred that had a devastating effect on their local wildlife. Also, according to iExplore, there are three main events in Alaska. First is the Tesoro Iron Dog Snowmobile Race. It started in 1984. Today it is over 2,000 miles long. It is the world's longest snowmobile race and is made up of teams of 2. Next is the BP World Ice Art Championships. It is an ice sculpting competition. It started in 1991 with 16 teams and lasted a week. Today it consists of 75 teams and lasts a month. There are 3 categories: the single block, multi-block, and the Fairbanks Open. The Fairbanks Open is where amateurs work with pros, but it is an unjudged section. Last is the Sitka Wellfest. It is unique to Alaska. The core of the festival is a science symposium about the rich marine environment of the northern oceans. It also includes lectures, cruises, the market, music, food, an art show, student sessions, and a fun runner walk. Next are the places to visit. First is Barrow. It is the northernmost point on the continent. It is the largest Eskimo village in the world. Their main period of time is in the summer, where it is the welling season, and they normally have 2 festivals every summer to celebrate it. Next are the Totem Pole parks. They are often in the Alaska Native communities. They tell stories such as of legends, histories of family, or commemorate a person. They average 25 to 30 feet tall and are more popular in southeast Alaska. Often in times the parks will be of 20 plus spread out. Last is their food. They have the cold water seafood. It is the centerpiece of the Alaskan cuisine. Alaskan salmon is the most important food. And the next is the Alaskan king crab, which are so big that they can feed an entire family. Then there's the large game animals such as moose, caribou, elk, or bear. And then reindeer is also an important food source in Alaska, but it is not native to Alaska. It was brought from Siberia in 1892. And sourdough bread is also popular in Alaska. Sourdough is actually slang for a person who lives in Alaska. It started during the Klondike Gold Rush, when everyone kept a pot of sourdough starter in their kitchen. Last is the Akutaak. It is Eskimo ice cream. It is made up of whipping the fat of various animals and adding snow and wild native berries. In conclusion, Alaska is unique for its gold and oil, and then also by their events like the snowmobile racing, the ice art competitions, and the well festivals that show their geographical location. And then also the various places like Barrow and the Totem Pole parks that represent their culture. And lastly, their food, which consists of mainly large animal life and seafood that represent their environment. Thank you.